It's September 9th, 1971, and late morning at the Attica Correctional Facility in western New York. Out in the prison yard, Richard X. Clark carries a heavy bundle of canned food as he heads to a table. Clark sets down the food and wipes the sweat from his forehead. His arms are sore and tired, but for Clark, it's a good feeling. As he looks around, he's struck by the transformation that's taken hold of this maximum security prison. Rival gang members are working side by side, carrying supplies to a medical tent. An inmate disinfects a wound on another inmate's left cheek. The prison yard has turned into a sprawling encampment, a democratic village that's run by the prisoners themselves. It's an incredible turn of events. For years, the inmates have been treated like animals. They were beaten mercilessly and never given proper food or medical care. But then, just a few hours ago, the inmates erupted in revolt. They drove back the guards, and after taking several dozen of them hostage, they took control of the prison. The prisoners then banded together and developed a list of changes they wanted to see in Attica. To reach these goals, the inmates elected a small group of representatives, including Richard X. Clark, a leader of the prison's Black Muslim community. As Clark walks through the yard, he feels optimistic that the prison administrators will meet their demands. But Clark knows that, as basic as these demands may be, the upcoming negotiations are going to be tense. There's a high-pitched noise, and Clark turns, looking outside of the prison, where a man stands in a navy blue suit, holding a megaphone, side by side with several policemen.
Good morning. My name is Vincent Mancusi. I'm the superintendent of Attica. I'm here to talk with you. Now, whoever's in charge, please, come over, and let's figure out a way to get past this.
Clark looks at several other inmates. All right, I'll talk with him. And if you want to come, you're free to join. The men nod. And wielding baseball bats and football helmets, they began making their way over to Mancusi. As they get closer, the superintendent holds up his hand.
All right, stop. That's far enough. Now, who am I talking to?
Good morning, Mr. Mancusi. You're talking to me. My name is Richard X. Clark.
Okay, Mr. Clark. Would you please tell your men to lay down their weapons?
I'm sorry, sir, I can't do that. We have to protect ourselves, but I promise you, no one intends any harm.
Okay, Mr. Clark. Have them stay there, and you can step forward.
I can do that. Mr. Clark, Mr. Mancusi, as I said, no one intends any harm. Mr. Clark, I'd believe you if you were operating in good faith, but look over there. Those are my prison guards. They have bruises on their faces, cut up. They're scared out of their minds. Don't tell me about your intentions. Tell me what you want so we can put an end to this. Well, sir, it's simple. We need decent food and sanitation. You have to provide medical staff who are competent, and you have to replace the abusive guards. Clark pauses, staring at Mancusi. Maybe, sir, you should be writing this down. Oh, son, let's get one thing very clear. This is not a negotiation. I'm ordering you to let go of my guards. And why should we? Because until you let go of the hostages, I'm not going to even consider your demands. And if you don't let them go, I'll make damn sure you wish you had. Before Clark can respond, his fellow inmates behind him lift their weapons and begin moving towards Mancusi. He grabs his bullhorn again.
Step back! Step back!
The policemen flanking Mancusi reach for their rifles. Now, gentlemen, hold on now. Let's not do anything stupid. Mr. Mancusi, we appreciate you coming down here, and we're committed to releasing the hostages, but only after we discuss our demands with someone higher up. Higher up? Who do you want, son? President Nixon? Nixon would be good, but we'll settle for the head of the state prisons, or the governor. Are you out of your mind? Sir, if you want your prison back, you need to send someone with real authority, someone who can make changes. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to make sure the hostages have been given a decent meal. Clark turns away from Mancusi, and he starts walking back towards the prison. He feels proud of the stance he's just taken, and he knows he has the full support of his fellow inmates. Still, Clark is nervous. The prisoners are betting their fortunes on the goodwill of politicians, but there's no saying how other government leaders could respond, or how dangerous the situation might grow.